Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Hours after the Jubilee lawmakers outmuscled their CORD counterparts and forced through a raft of key changes to the electoral laws, a fresh combat looms. Senate Speaker Ekwee Ethuro has summoned senators for a special sitting on Wednesday, moments after receiving proceedings records from his National Assembly counterpart Justin Muturi. The Senate sitting that kicks off at 10 a.m. will deliberate on the amended bills for concurrence as outlined in the Constitution. These include changes to the Election Laws Amendment Act of 2016 that seek to allow IEBC use an alternative manual mechanism of identifying voters and transmission of results from the polling stations should the electronic system fail, while Jubilee has termed unreasonable and risky exclusive reliance on technology in the 2017 polls. CORD claims the ruling coalition had hatched a plan to rig the election's outcome through ballot stuffing.
I want to tell Ekwee Ethuro that if he goes ahead and convenes that sitting of the Senate, we are going to talk to our senators to deal with them in the manner we dealt with them in the National Assembly.
Whatever was negotiated, whatever was discussed, did not factor in the challenges that are inherent in that technology.
The CORD team has called its supporters to return to the streets on 4th of January to protest the electoral law changes. Opposition Chief Raila Odinga, in a live interview on Citizen TV's Events 2016, said CORD would rather have the polling delayed should technical challenges arise.
If it fails, the word is if.
If it failed, it is stopped until the power is back. If it's a power problem. You stop it. Until, if the equipment has failed, stop it until there's a replacement or it is rectified. This is what's happened, is done elsewhere. So
let us remember the reason that we have a constitution, and we cannot pick and choose. We cannot decide when to use the constitution. We cannot decide when to give parliament the opportunity to carry out its legitimate constitutional role of legislative making, and when we deny it.
According to the elections laws and regulations, the gazetted polling period kicks off at 6 a.m. and closes at 5 p.m. However, returning officers have the discretion to extend the polling to recover any lost time. The showdown witnessed yesterday in the National Assembly between Jubilee and CORD lawmakers over changes in the electoral laws now moves to the Senate on Wednesday. Jubilee keen on using its numerical strength in both chambers of parliament to enforce the changes barely 7 months to the general election. Francis Gashuri's Citizen Weekend, Nairobi.